Hi everyone, welcome back to my kitchen. It's Friday Ferment, and I got this little unassuming cabbage head. It's quite a small one. It's white and it's organic, and it's, yeah, I mean, when I will take away the stem, it's probably about half a kilo. I'm going to pimp this up a bit with some amazing, really expensive saffron, a few cardamom seeds, and a few black sesame seeds as well. And of course we also need salt. So I'm using Himalayan crystal salt, and this is about 7 grams because this will be about 500 grams, half a kilo. For half a kilo, that's sort of how much we want, about 7 grams of salt. And I use this sort of finely ground salt, and that is because it's so much easier to mix it all up and you know, work the water out if it's the finely one. But that's also why we weigh it and not say, you know, you need such and such many tablespoons, because obviously, you know, you've got coarser salt, it's loads of like space in there. So yeah, I do weigh it. I've got my Kilner jar. We're growing our own probiotics. It's going to be absolutely lovely, and in a few days we're going to have extra vitamin C, because you know there will be more vitamin C than what we started with. It's quite amazing actually to ferment that happens to a cabbage. But yes, this is going to be our friend. And around 4 days you have a lovely little ferment. And as per usual, you don't need a lot. A cabbage, some salt, and we are using obviously then saffron, sesame seeds and cardamom seeds. So I got this to crush up the saffrons. You see how quickly that went. And smell is fantastic, as you can imagine. Now the cardamom seeds I'm going to keep like this and just put them down, because I don't want them to overpower completely the saffron. And as per usual, I'm taking off 2 leaves, so I'm going to use these as a stopper for the water, so the water is at all times submerging this ferment. And then I need this thing as well, the stem. So I'm going in and just removing. So here it is. Putting these aside. And now we're going to just cut up. You could obviously do this in a food processor as well, if you can't be bothered with cutting like this. But it will only take you like 2 minutes. So I'm keeping the bits a little bit larger than I normally do. And there's no real reason for that. I just feel like it, basically. It's going to be a little bit harder to get the water out, but I got time to spend today. I washed my hands again, just because now we're going to really work this, and I'm putting in the salt. And now I'm just working this so the water comes out. And this is the time when I sort of think about stuff that I want to do, that I want to achieve. I'm trying to have really like happy thoughts actually. And I'm not going to put in the saffron and the cardamom and the sesame seeds yet. I'm going to do that at the end. And that is because the saffron will color your hands and your nails quite a lot. We want to get the water out and use that water for the ferment. So this is not a brine ferment. We're actually using the water from the cabbage. And the salt is so that the good bacteria can flourish, because they can take salt. But the bad bacteria can't really, they don't like it. So that gives the good bacteria an upper hand, especially in the beginning. And now I add in the saffron. This is quite a lot of saffron. I normally do a little bit less, but I had quite a lot and I needed to use it. And the sesame seeds, and also a few cardamoms just straight in, just to give a hint of loveliness. And you can see already that it's getting quite yellow. And now take your Kilner jar and just add into it and make sure that it's really packed tightly, as tight as possible. And then the liquid. You want a little bit of space here so it can expand, because it will be a little bit bubbly. Now we take the cabbage leaf and press that down. Oops, all the water came out. And then our little stopper as well thing will keep it down. Yep, perfect. And now we just close it and put it aside. I will put something under here because I think this might leak a little bit. And here's my little saffron ferment. It's so lovely in yellow, and you know, quite a small Kilner jar. If you saw that big cabbage head, that's how little, you know, it yields basically. Yeah, I'm going to leave it on the shelf here. Every second day I will bump it, and then after 3 days I will try a little bit and then see if it's good. Otherwise I'll let it ferment a little bit longer and then, you know, see how I go. And then when it's done, I'll take off that the cabbage leaf and the little stopper and put it in the fridge, and that will slow the whole fermenting process right down, so then you can keep it in the fridge for months. I normally don't keep it in the fridge for months because I eat all of it long before that. So yeah. I hope you liked this Friday Ferment video, and please like and subscribe and come back next time for another video. I'm actually going to make another thing now, and hopefully I will put that video out in a few days so you don't have to wait a whole week. We'll see how it goes. If it doesn't work, then I won't, but if it does, we got a pesto basically. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and have a fabulous week. Take care. Bye.